Hello, guys. Welcome to this brand new series, the 10x Career. And my name is Kashyap. You must know I am the founder at the 10 Crore Club. So, we're bringing this new initiative called the 10x Career to help professionals excel in their career. We all have seen this, right? Like when professionals want to accelerate and go to the next level, they face a lot of obstacles. Now, we have created this platform to ensure the professionals like you can excel. This channel is also going to help you to learn the latest information that is going on because of this AI disruption or latest technological developments or whatever is happening in the management or in the tech space. We're going to bring to you the best speakers here and they're going to share their insights. Now, I'm going to introduce you to our team, Najma and Jyoti. They are going to be the hosts for this platform. So let me introduce you to Najma. Najma, why don't you quickly introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, Kashyap. Thank you for taking me into this wing of yours, 10 Crore Club, under which we have newly started 10x Career. So, yes, hi everyone. I'm Najma. I'm from Bangalore. So, basically, now I'm a career transformation and mindset coach where I'm helping individuals scale their careers. However, my journey, it was not like this. I was complete mess. Call it all. You can say that I am a destiny's child. I have faced so many hurdles in my life throughout my childhood and adulthood. However, the transition happened when I went and started my career. That journey was also not easy. It was all filled with lot many obstacles I did not expect. However, I did not get promoted for 4 straight years. I was stuck with the same position. And the reason for not getting promoted was I was very good at that work. That was the reason given by my manager that you are so good that we don't want to let you go to the next level.
So, what happened? You were in the school, and what happened after that?
Yes, I did my master's in Hindi literature and I got no promotion with high school. That's the maximum I could do in that school. The next is I have to become lecturer. For that, teachers has to do that B.Ed. Then that is only you can step into college where you can become a lecturer further
So you,
to.
you actually you are taking the bait go to the next level through this teaching
Yes,
profession.
yes.
You went up to the high school and then you had next, okay, you should go to B.Ed and then M.Ed.
Then
And
yes.
then you are always give that
That was the
acad
hierarchy that you have to follow.
yeah,
However, I
yeah.
noticed that there were so many companies who are coming to Bangalore in my own city and people from entire North India flocking to Bangalore and earning huge money. That is when I realized that being in this city, why are we not leveraging? I know it is not that every person is just renting out the property and every car owner is becoming drivers. I noticed
Yeah.
that. Literally, I noticed that.
We saw the transition, right? All of us in Bangalore, we saw the
Yes,
transition
we
of the
saw the
whole.
transition. Every landlord
Yeah.
has just renting out and they're happy with rental income. That is when I understood
What
that.
about me then? What about me was the
What
question,
about me?
isn't
How
it?
can I leverage this benefit? American companies have
Yeah.
come to India and come to Bangalore, my city. I should work in American company. I had that fascination. All my, I was fascinated by with Hollywood, with
But
language.
people told you around you that, hey, why don't you continue in this, right? Like
Yes, they told that teaching is a noble profession. You have all the perks. Holidays, they told there is no night shift. One, they were, scaring us was night
It,
shift was
it
bad
is
for
it is
girls.
like, I mean, no offense meant. It is like those
Yes.
crabs trying to, like, bring that person who's
Yes,
trying to
pulling
climb up,
pulling down crabs. Yes, yes, yes,
because they
definitely.
don't want them to like go out and because what happens is if you out and become successful, they will feel so bad about themselves.
Yes, yes.
Is it- So tell
Just
me
an
what happened after that,
ordinary
Najma.
girl from from close knit community, coming and scaling her career. They cannot accept as a career woman. However, I was adamant. I told that I am going for corporate world, and that is when I didn't know the direction. I didn't know anything. Uh, frankly, I'm telling I don't know whom to approach. I didn't had any friends, no nothing. However, if you seek something, that things also will start seeking you. There was this one lady who all of a sudden approached me and told this there is this company who is hiring. I know they are providing certain training. You can approach them. Already, at that time my age was 30 years and I had 10 years of teaching experience. When I went and presented, they told that this teaching experience we cannot consider. You want to start with corporate, start with scratch, start with entry level. I was totally devastated. This is what I learned so much. I spent so much. Day in, day out, I was, shouting my lungs out for children, talking to parents, convincing, teachers,
So at that point,
every.
did you think that you should go back to school, college at any moment? You were
No,
thinking.
that was not an option for me because I had done enough in teaching because I did not get
What if
that
you failed in this?
certification.
What if you failed? Did you were worried about it or not?
No, I wasn't worried that failure was not an option for me. Okay.
Hmm.
Something else I will
What
do
is the
it.
plan B if this would not
I
have
thought I
happened?
will sell clothes. I will open a boutique.
Would not go back to school?
Not go back to school. Yes, not go back to school. I'll open some fashion boutique to sell to these North Indians who have come here in Bangalore. Definitely they will purchase clothes. I thought I'll put a store, clothes store. Then, however, now the thing was when I went there in that company, I was already 30 years and I was competing with all the freshly graduated people. And I thought they were all very good with their communication. But to my surprise, I was extremely better at communicating than them. And everyone were asking me, where did you learn to speak so well? They were asking me. I told that you have come with now itself. When we studied at that time, this much, exposure was not there. Now you have so much exposure. You can learn better things. But they choose not to learn. That was another story. However, I got through that interview and they told that it is a 1 year complete training. In that, they will not be giving any salary, so it's similar to internship, but however, we will not get paid. I was very happy that I'm getting to learn Oxford English, that is American English, and I was getting to learn the theoretical part of medical science. I was into healthcare. So I had to understand American culture and how healthcare in America has been established. And it was a good eye opener for me. I got a new exposure, a new world. No, a new world was open to me at that time. And I realized that we had been, cooped up like the
Yeah,
frog in the well.
sure.
All this time we were just, how my house in school was. My house is here, 50 meters, just
Yeah.
walkable. 10 minutes walk or 5 minutes walk was my school. School to house, house to school. I was like mm, same thing, like a frog in the well. I was so confined in that circle. Now exposure is there. Now I explored the corporate world, corporate setting. However, it was not easy transition. I faced lot many obstacles than others, and I transitioned there as well. And the first win when I got was after 1 year, I cleared that exam where I was actually transferred to the operation team, that is working force, and I was given an. Yes, I felt literally like I was in that well. Since I was working in school, the all the more I could excel was up to the high school level with my uh, learning of Hindi literature, that is passing my masters in Hindi. Beyond that, I had to do B.Ed, M.Ed to scale it to the college level. That I didn't even had patience to continue because I see that many companies has entered Indian market, especially Bangalore, and all everywhere I see progress. Everybody is going to corporate world. I also wanted to eagerly enter the corporate world. I didn't know how to enter. There was no proper channels which I can express or approach. That is when what you are seeking will also seek you. I understood that is when all of a sudden one lady approached to me and she informed that there is certain company somewhere in the Bangalore itself to reach out to people. They are providing a training of 1 year program where they will teach the entire metrics on theoretical part of medical sciences, American English, then American culture and American healthcare practices. So that is when I entered there, I saw all were freshers. I'm the only 30-year-old person there. I thought I am going to fail this entrance test. Entrance test was extremely difficult, but to my surprise, I was the one who cleared it first, and every other person was struggling. They were freshly graduated people. This is, I'm talking about in the year 2008 or 9 probably, 9 to 10. So that is when I understood that I am good with things. Obviously I was a teacher, that helped me out, but only thing what they told was, in spite of me having 10 years of teaching experience, they told that we will consider you as a fresher, we are not going to consider your teaching experience. So that I had a decision to make there, because I don't want to go back to my teaching profession. I didn't had any other option. What I thought was, either I will go to the corporate world or I am going to open a boutique or a clothes store. That was the option I was thinking of. Then definitely my people around me started telling that teaching job was so secure, so safe for children because it had time leverage. The timings are less. I told, if timings are less, even money was less. I wanted to earn more money. That is my agenda at that time. So I joined it 1 year. I put all my heart and soul to learn every bit of things. What could I learn? So that is when a new world opened up to me. And I realized that I was a frog in the well. And there is a huge world waiting for me. This transition happened there, and the biggest win of my life was when I cleared that final examination, when they gave me my employee identity card, the corporate first, my ID card. I was so proud of it. And the salary, the offer letter, when I saw, and this much salary, which was extremely bigger than what I was making in my teaching job, that was the win which I got. I had tears in my eyes, and my mom was so proud of me. They told that I had hopes on my daughter, and this is today is that win, that she is now earning equally to my sons. That was the first thing she told, and you are my fifth son, is what she'd always tell me. So I was extremely happy, and that is my first step towards corporate. And then on, I transitioned to various other companies and excelled. And the same strategy I applied, that invest in yourself, that is time, energy, effort, and money, in learning few other things and transitioning. Every job change I did, whatever has brought you here, the same strategy will not take you elsewhere. You have to implement a new strategy, a new mentor, a new guide. So every time I invested in coaching myself with top-notch coaches. At that time, physical events I used to attend. People used to tell, "Are you crazy that you are investing so much in coaching?" I told, I should invest in my personal growth to grow. I joined another very good company where I felt stuck for 4 years in the same position. Not because I didn't know the job, because I was very good at my job. They didn't want me to let me go to the next level. So that is when I understood that there is racism, there is politics, there is, you have to be very diplomatic when it comes to positioning yourself. You need to build network, you need to be good with your team and your managers. So I realized that every new day is a new learning and a new beginning for me. So that is when I transitioned in my corporate world as well. And there was a time that I thought I will quit my job because I'm not getting promoted. However, my resilience kept me going, and that is when I got promoted finally as a trainer. And I excelled in that training field as well. And later on, there was one position open for becoming a training manager, and I was all the more eligible for that role. However, the company did not appoint me as a training manager. That was the turning point, as you say, the last nail in the coffin. I decided the same day that I am not going to continue in this company, definitely not in job. Still, that employee mindset was there in me. However, meanwhile, I invested in my coaching, and I had certified no career coach at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So that is when I decided that I have to take my coaching. Now I had plan B that if not job, definitely I will excel in my coaching. Now transitioning, earlier I transitioned from teaching to corporate. Now there is a biggest transition which happened in my life was transitioning from employee to an entrepreneur. So that was not at all easy because when you are employee, you are working safe, you have holidays, you have week offs, and you have a fixed amount in your bank. Leaving that safe, secure job and coming to entrepreneurship was not at all a very easy thing to do. Not everybody's cup of tea, obviously. Few people have will go back to jobs. But I stayed on, continued, and my resilience, my passion kept me alive, and today I'm thriving in my coaching. Not just I have clients from India, I am even coaching people from abroad. I am so fascinated and amazed that people are ready to learn from us, and I have positioned in the way that I have, when I look back as a kindergarten teacher to becoming a international coach, I have spoken on biggest platforms on stage with thousands of people in front of me. Was not an easy transition from that small classroom to now on a bigger stage. So it is every day is a win for me. Every day I
Fantastic.
see myself as a uh, invested person, a growth mindset person. And all the wins I share with my mom, and my mom is so proud of me and saying that you have been chosen to be somewhere else, and you were like, and that is why maybe the things did not happen the way it should be. So I feel that the smaller things will be taken away from you only to bigger things to come for you. That's the only takeaway of my entire life. So my
Fantastic. Such a
journey has been
beautiful,
really, really
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic. I'm very sure you're going to do wonders and you're going
Yes.
to excel more as an entrepreneur. And we all understand it's not easy. And we're so thrilled to associate with you, Najma. And I'm very sure you'll change the lives of thousands of people across the world more and more. Let me welcome Jyoti. And Jyoti is in the dark zone, as you see, and me and Najma are in the yeah, like night times, and Jyoti is the daytime. So what's going on? Where are you, Jyoti?
Yes, Kashyap, right now it is 5:58 p.m. and right now I'm in East Africa, a country called Kenya, and the capital is Nairobi. Right now I'm in Nairobi, Kenya. So thank you so much for having me associated with 10X Group. I'm really blessed. Going back to why we are connected, is mainly because of clarity and direction that I would like to have all the participants, all the viewers, whoever is listening to this, they should have clarity and direction. I'll go back to an incident in my life wherein I was in India, definitely. My father is a doctor, but for 60 years of his life, he was also a government school teacher. Now, at that point in time, his school celebrated Independence Day with great pride. It was about, and the part of the tradition was teachers' children were supposed to give a speech on how India got independence and the sacrifice our leaders did at that point in time. Since I was the most notorious child in the family out of five siblings, I stand at number three. Since I was the most notorious, always have questions, always in search of mischief, my father had this misconception that I will be the most vocal and most confident person on stage. That was the misconception. So, what he did, he volunteered my name. I did, that was not the age of AI or Google Docs. So I had to create my own script, do a lot of editing, and then a lot of practicing. Practicing was also happening in front of my father's watchful eyes. Right? He made certain changes that completely changed the script. Now, final day came, I was on stage, my voice was trembling, and I just started the speech. India is my country, and we all are blank. Nothing after that. That moment of silence may have lasted just for a few seconds for others, but for me, it lasted for hours. And I was comforted by every other teacher except my father for reasons unknown to me. Right. At that moment, I realized something, that I was not ready, but I wanted to be. And I didn't want my voice to go in that silence. Rather, my voice should reach the highest stage in the city. We were doing schooling from Kolkata, that is all right. And at that point in time, entire families, doctors, when it was time to take your career decision, I decided something that shook my entire family, and I took law as my career going forward. So I stood in on the final stage that I wanted on Calcutta High Court. People did give me unsolicited advice that you should start from lower court, but I thought, give it a try. Let's give it a try. What will happen? All that you can fail, right? But then you can always try, you have the backup. So that's when I think connected back to that particular time. At that particular time, what was your why is your why so important, what you want to do in life, right? At that point in time, so after law, what you try. And Kashyap, I always have believed that if you are in a certain position or a certain designation in an organization, if you are able to deliver for at least 5 years the same job, same monotonous life, that is enough for you to learn at that position. If you are sitting there for more than 5 years, that means you are going in your comfort zone, and that is something which will not help you grow. So at that point in time, the
You
five.
felt that monotony happening in your career as well.
Correct. So 5 years I was doing well. I chose criminal law. Very few ladies at that point in time in criminal law. So I got that eyeballs recognition, everything, very start of my career. But then it went to monotonous zone. And monotonous is something that I cannot withstand. So that made me
Like,
try
how
my
did it look like? Like, you look at these cases happening, and then you're like, you felt that
best.
the same thing is repeating every day, day in and day out.
Every day. So morning you are going to courtroom, 8:30 you are reaching office, you are collecting what all documents, what are the matters, original side, appellate side, everything is happening. You are going, rushing to courtroom number 9, 11, 13, 25, every courtroom. And 5:30 you are going back to the office, you are drafting whatever is required, and you may not have something else to do, but there are meetings that is lined up at 8, 9, 11. So we used to reach home. Used to, just a moment. Okay, so we used to reach home at approximately 10:30 or 11. So same monotonous life, 5:30 get up, reach home by 11. It continued for 5.5 years. And that moment I realized there is more to life. It is not the end, rather it can be the start. I wanted something to talk on
How
the
old were
highest
you
stage.
when this was happening? How old were you? Like, what? I think that's the wrong
It,
question. I cannot ask a lady.
that is completely okay. Definitely. I graduated in 2008. So I come 7 to 11. 2007 to 2011, this was happening with me. In 2011, I decided let me try something else. So I moved to Mumbai and I started with operations. I started with hospitality, mortgage, insurance. These are things that lined up later on. But what happened is, Kashyap, when you're trying to get into another industry altogether, there are a lot of questions that comes. As in, people will ask you, do not have experience. Now, I used to tell them, did you learn each and everything when you were in your mother's womb? No, right? If people are saying you
So,
cannot
so
be
basically,
a
you left the law business completely, and then you went into
completely
total new industry.
city. Yes, new city,
And
new
that
industry.
transition, I think a lot of people might be thinking about right now, because the viewers here, they must be thinking, okay, now I might have lost a job, or I might be looking for a career shift. This is possible, is what you're trying to say, correct?
Yes, exactly. And I, just to make the things memorable for me, I resigned from where I was working in the corporate law, company law, or I was working with a solicitor who was handling all the criminal cases, right? So I was associated with him. 15th of August was the day when I decided that I have to leave the job because that is the day I should remember. That was the day I left. And then I was wondering, what next? What next? Should I join a corporate as a legal advisor, or what should I do? And that's when I thought, instead of sitting in
So
a
you left,
corporate.
you left without a plan B.
Yes, without a plan B. Nothing in mind, nothing in front of me. But I was at that point in time in 2011, I was sure that I'm very new to the industry. So definitely I have the capability to do a lot of things. That was the transition. 1.5 months I was sitting home, nothing in hand, no direction, no clarity. At that point in time, was just exploring other industries, other niche, other domain, what is happening and where. So I thought if I am good public speaker, if I can speak on the highest platform in the city, why not try in operations where people are managing teams? They are handling people, they're in the business of people. That's when I came to Mumbai and I entered hospitality industry. Now, when it was the interview time, the HR asked me that you do not have an experience being a team leader. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? I talked on the highest platform. It's one of the high court. Do you have the audacity to even go and stand there and listen to solicitors and advocates? That was the story. And immediately, whatever they had to offer me, they changed, and there was some component which was not supposed to be there, it got added. So it all comes to how you present yourself. How confident are you in what you are trying to do? So I was trying to explore myself. If this is not the job that I am going to get, world is not shutting down, right? I can get another job. So you have to go with that particular confidence, first of all. Now, in hospitality, I again spent 4.5 years. And again, that monotonity started creeping. Although I am such personality, Kashyap, that I upfrontly go to my manager and ask, hey, in this particular department, I have learned for 2, 3 years. Can there be a change in the department? So there are in total in any good organization, if you see in today's date, there are a lot of departments. 36 or 38 is normal, very normal. So at least what I believe is if you love your organization so much, at least try for a department change. You will
Yeah,
get to
because I
know.
think for any career, I think for any human being, I think it's not only money, right? It's all about
Correct.
learning. And I know organization, I think even Najma was talking about the training aspect of it. When the
Yes,
learning stops, the monotony starts. And a lot of
correct.
times people don't recognize it. People treat employees as robots. They're not. They are career people. They are trying to go to towards a destination. And
Mhm.
that is a responsibility of an organization through the training, like what Najwa was talking about.
Yes.
Continuously keep them learning. When the
Mhm.
learning stops, all these the thoughts you had, right, Jyoti, the monotony. Ultimately, what
Yes,
happens is, I'm very sure you quit that job, isn't it?
yes, that's what happens.
And what happens
So
is because of such a 5 year experienced person, when that person leaves, it's very difficult to replace that person because training takes a lot of time.
correct, exactly. In order to train someone, 3 months, again put him in OJT, 6 months, 9 months is required
And then
to
he may
him
leave.
also.
If he leaves,
Yeah,
if he quits, if
yeah,
that person quits in between, then it's
yes.
a big mess.
Yes, that's what. Because company organizations have already invested on that person. We should always have the retain policy. And that is available in a lot of other departments, other organizations as well. Now, when I was in mortgage, then I was thinking of something moving to this organization, that organization. But one thing was clear that I don't want to stick with one particular niche for the rest of my life. And that is how I hopped in different organizations, departments, everything. Now, Kashyap, when I was in my last organization, I that was the longest tenure of my life. So I joined this organization, and in 2022 I left. It was approximately 6.5 years. Now the monotony started in 2018. In 2018, I was going through that particular time wherein I am a line manager. I am managing the same set of people. I know their breakfast habits, food habits, whom are they talking to, their spouse, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their children, everything I used to know. Whenever the meetings used to happen, we were giving a feedback session, you're doing monthly one-on-one, everything was so monotonous. Every day after completing your 9 hours, you have to sit, create reports and submit it to the manager, send the day end report and everything. And I was thinking, is that it? Is that what I spent 22 years of my life for? I am a graduate person. I have the ability and capability to do a lot. At that point in time, I started understanding that this is not something that I'm looking for. And I wanted to know how the human behavior works. Like, knowingly or unknowingly, we are stuck in patterns which we have adopted from our father, mother, our groups, or whoever we are interacting with. And these patterns, knowingly or unknowingly, impact in every area of our life. Now, having said that, how many areas of our life people are not aware, and I would not have been as well if I would not have jumped in to learn about human behavior patterns. And everyone is trying to run the rat race, knowing that even without even contemplating or interrogating or asking themselves that they don't even like the cheese. That is important. A moment of introspection, asking, questioning yourself, is that what you really want, or you're just following the herd? So when you
I
stay
think
in
there
that
are
comfort zone,
stages, right?
Kashyap,
There are stages in life. I was myself an engineer. I started working at Satyam and then went to Germany, France. When I was a young graduate, fresh, I feel the world is mine and I don't require all this. What is it? Coaching? What is it? What is it? Right? You're in that high flying zone, earning good
mhm,
money, and all of a sudden, out of college, you're earning money, and there is a phase of life,
correct,
and then the realization happens that hey, the skill is not enough, the work is not enough, the why am I doing? And that is something
correct.
that unless people figure out, it is going to
Yes,
create a lot of midlife crisis, isn't it?
Like
correct.
understanding our life's purpose. That
Yeah.
is majorly important.
If we are not taking step, actually we stop believing in what we can do. We stop believing in our capabilities. As you may have heard, Kashyap, there's a matchbox and a matchstick. So the thing on the matchstick, all the what is there on the matchstick, that matchstick doesn't know it can light the entire world also. You have to hit it against the right circumstance or right obstacle, whatever you want to say. But whatever took you to this level will not take you to the next level. You have to understand, see the world through a different lens altogether. There is a time to upskill, there is a time to explore the market, there is a time to introspect. Everything is required because certain point in time, as you rightly said, once you are at a position, 3 years, 5 years, that's max. After that comes the monotonousy, and at that point in time, Kashyap, even if you're trying to jump into different organization, that organization will start doubting you, as in why your own organization did not give you that hike, why your own organization did not give you that recognition. And we deal with so many prospects nowadays, they are facing the similar challenge. They're
Yeah.
11 years, 12 years, 15 years in the same organization. So right now we are in the age of AI. It's not people are not understanding what AI can do, and they're only scared that AI can replace them. Oh my God, if you are not adding any value after your graduation, you talk to any particular person, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. What is one value addition that you have done that you can put in your resume? That is important. Nothing. And then you get the audacity to ask for paycheck or remuneration or compensation or R&R and spot. You are getting paid what we call as business as usual. You are delivering the objectives, what is assigned to you, and you are getting that. Then there should not be all those fear and anxiety. But right now, the way the market is going on right now, so TCS has already plans in future as well. By December, a lot more people will be asked to leave. So what is happening? The organizations are only throwing out people who have not positioned themselves, who are sulking in their own mediocrity. But people who know they are adding value, they know how to position themselves in the market to their organization and actually working those 8 hours and 10 hours, that is important for everyone to learn.
Yeah, I think what Najma was pointing on the same thing, right? Like hard work, even a donkey does the hard work. Just
Yes.
working hard without being open for.
Direction. You need direction. See,
Mhm.
hitting the we feel after so many years we feel all this while our ladder was leaning on the wrong wall.
Yes.
Okay, so direction is also important. In which direction you are putting your effort. So career transition, as the audience might have this question that can they transition their careers? Even I had transitioned my career because when I started as a simple, humble home school teacher, kindergarten teacher. Then I excelled with more studies and scaled up to becoming an high school teacher. Then from then on, is what I thought that teachers are not getting paid in India. And I was very, very less. And like we can't even reveal our salaries outside because it was so less. And all they were telling was it's a noble profession. Everything is good, but that will again not pay the bills. I had a household to run. So that is when I thought that I should upskill. I took 1 year break.
Yeah, I think the point is uh, I'll let you complete your
Yes,
story,
yes.
then I'll come to my story. Yeah. What else
Yeah,
happened? Like
that's what
you took a
I
one
took.
year break, and what
Yes,
else?
1 year, complete 1 year break I took, and I upskilled. I upskilled. I understood what is that required to get into a corporate world. That is when there was, you might have known that there was a wave of new learnings and all um, foreign companies are coming to Bangalore, and that is when I stepped into transcription companies, healthcare transcription, and that entire 1 year training I took. I invested the time, effort, and it was very difficult. I learned American English. I learned the entire theory of medical. Then I learned the practical things, how hospitals work. And that is when I nailed that job. I cleared that exam and I got the job. And that was my first corporate job. I was immensely happy that I transitioned from teaching profession to corporate world. And that
Yeah,
was my first ever corporate
transition
job, and that too I joined with an international process. I was extremely happy that I'm working for American company. I was, all the more happy that I get to understand American culture.
from being a teacher to be
Yes,
being employed in a corporate
yes,
setup
corporate
with a
sector.
lot of facilities around.
Yes,
It's a massive
yes, yes. I
transition.
enjoyed all that. And in corporate they give a lot of facilities,
Yes.
which in teaching profession they don't give. Okay, so I
Yeah, I
enjoyed.
think no nobility without money is no nobility, isn't it?
Yes,
So I
yes,
think the point is, see, look, I think the whole idea is each one of us are born for a certain talent,
purpose. Yes,
purpose, correct? It's called purpose, and it's
yes.
ikigai, and all. There are different words
Mhm.
to it. We all have seen this image, right? There is this in jungle. There is a tree, and you cannot put a single test for all the animals to climb the
Yes,
tree. A
yes,
monkey
yes.
can climb the tree up.
Fish
Lion
cannot.
may not. It's funny, right? But
Yes, yes.
unfortunately, that's how we are all measured with a common measuring that,
Param-
hey, you should cross this together like you are all same people. We're not same people.
Mhm.
The whole
Mhm.
realization is we're all different people, and there are things that we are good at. And when you're good at certain thing, you are going to make money with it, and you're going to enjoy it. It will not even feel like work for you.
Yes,
And I assure you, there are things that are meant for you. For example, now I love to help people grow up in their business. That's what I love to do. I started out doing my interviews like this. I was telling Jyoti and Najma right before this. I started off my journey as doing interviews in 2018, September. It was very tough. There was a transition because I was a startup founder to be an interviewing person, as a second fiddle. It was not easy. It was a lot of feeling low about it. It was money was not happening instantly, but that decision helped me to transition into the building this community called the 10 Crore Club. And now it doesn't even feel like work. People ask me, hey, when do you stop working? I said, why should I stop working? Because it feels like music for me.
yes,
And that is my transition. All of us have gone through this transition. The point is, through multiple iterations, you'll come to a situation where you feel fulfilled, and then money is paid enough for you. And that is possible
yes,
because when you hit that, the right who, you are the right who for the right what, that is the goal of your career transition.
yes,
Correct. And Kashyap, it is said that if you can do something you're so passionate about without getting paid, that is your passion. That is your true calling. And when we started in 2018, there were a lot of times we started with coaching clients only on Saturdays and Sundays. At that point in time, definitely when you're starting, you do not have that credibility. People don't know you and they will give you 100 questions to put doubt on you, or maybe you will put doubt on yourself by just their conversations. So at that point in time, we did a lot of coaching for free as well. Once people started getting transformation, that's when we realized that yes, we are capable enough. So unless you get on the path, the way will not appear. You have to get on the path. And if you are actually driven by your skills and your strength, you will not feel work like work. And that's what we are doing. Morning 5:30, 4:30, whatever time we can get up, night 1 o'clock, we are sitting and doing our work, whatever, and with a smile on our face.
Yes.
That is what we call work. It is not the morning, Monday mornings and Friday afternoon, people just want to go home, just would like to talk to their loved ones, go party out, dine out, all these things. This is happening. This is really crazy, but this is happening in the corporate world today. And I was a part of it.
And along with that, the stress of losing job, I mean, no matter how hardworking, and we're talking about
Correct.
TCS laying off 12,000 people, and TCS had been traditionally, because when I was working, TCS was a government company. It can never fire anyone. Now, if
Right.
TCS has fired 12,000 people, what is the unspoken number of firings that are happening in other companies that doesn't even come out officially? You understand?
Mhm.
So the idea is to take control of our own career,
Like,
and
mhm.
that's what is possible through the right guidance. That's what Najma and Jyoti are going to be here to help each one of you who are watching this. They can really guide you in the right direction because they have gone through multiple iterations of uh, multiple transitions in their careers. Now
Yes.
you might be thinking, now can I not do it on my own? Of course you can do it on your own. Problem is, it might take you 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and it might cost you a lot of money to make mistakes.
Yes.
What you're going to save yourself by being part of this community, this process, is you're going to cut short that mistakes people could technically make, and
Mhm.
that can change your life. Because it's like a train. If you leave the track, you think you can come back. No, it is going to take you into multiple other directions, and before you come back to the right track, you would have been a different person, probably frustrated and regret about, oh, I should have done this before. But the time will not come back, isn't it? That's the reason why we are creating this 10x career, where fantastic mentors like Jyoti and Najma are going to like handhold you, give you insights about how you can transition. And also on this channel that you're watching, we're going to get a lot of experts who are going to narrate about their career transitions, and also leaders, founders who are talking about this managing people and what they're expecting from employees as well, isn't it? So
Mhm.
any thing you want to add, Jyoti and Najma?
Yes.
Yeah, Kashyap, I would like to say something. Knowledge without implementation is just information. And as you rightly said, everything is there on internet. Now we are living in the age of AI. So yes, all we can do is help you get clarity, direction, and be that accountability partner towards your success. That's what we are going to do.
Yeah, and yeah, on that part, I'm overusing AI. I mean, people look at the way I use AI,
Mhm.
ChatGPT, and the way we use it. What is the AI? It's a speed. It speeds up what you are.
Yes,
It speeds
correct.
up what you are. AI is not everything. You can
Mhm.
ask ChatGPT about what is happening in Malaysia, Singapore, whatnot. If you can misuse it. The point is, it accelerates where you want to go. But for that, you must know who you are to start with. You must have the framework to ask questions to ChatGPT. That framework is what you must know about, and that's what is going to happen at this platform, isn't
Yes.
it?
Rightly
Yes.
told, Kashyap, and thank you, Jyoti, for putting so much insights. What I would tell is the best investment anyone can do is invest in not in outer things like property, car, or anything else, worldly things. The best investment a person can do is invest in his growth, in his personal growth. That is, even if you invest some money and purchase a book, the knowledge what you will get, if you implement, you will benefit. Otherwise, if you just keep it aside, it will just remain as an expenditure. So this is the difference between expenditure and investment. Invest in yourself, invest in technical skills, invest in soft skills, invest in your learning and growth. That is when you can scale higher, as I did. Otherwise, I would have still remained a mediocre school teacher if I would have not invested the time, the effort, the energy, and the money in me to learn something new, to transition. because sitting and sulking will not help. Sitting and crying, cribbing will not help. In right investment, you should do at the right time. Now I feel that I spent a lot of time, learning on my own. If I had guidance at the right time, I would have scaled much more earlier than now. However,
Correct.
it's never, don't be, it's, they will tell, right, uh, better late than never.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's okay that I have self-learned and self-implemented everything, and the investment is now paying off.
Yes.
Yes.
So now I also want to like tell you about who we are, the 10 Crore Club. The 10 Crore Club is a community of founders doing 100 CR plus, 2000, 200 CR plus, and like this. So we have three different types of communities, which is the 10 Crore Club, which is people who are aspiring to get to the 10 crore mark. That is one community we have. And also we have people who are doing the 10 to 100 CR. That is another community we have. And another thing is Elite Edge. This is for HNIs. And we do investments through our platform called Lions Layer. And also we have a lot of angel investors and a lot of people, a lot of professionals who are looking for job roles as well, who are looking for plugging into these fantastic companies. And that's what we're enabling in our ecosystem. We are bringing together all these fantastic resources. And now if you are looking for a career transition, we are also going to support you in a career transition by plugging into the right ecosystem. For that, you must prepare yourself. You must be ready for it, because transitions are not straightforward nowadays anymore. Especially when you're at a senior position, it takes hand holding. It requires that kind of a change that you must go through, and then we can position you in the right job. That's what Najma and Jyoti were talking about. They're talking about how do you rebrand yourself, reposition yourself, because once you do that, the same you are facing a lot of challenges finding the right job role. You will start seeing doors opening, people wanting to talk to you. And that is what is our commitment. So we will help you to open the doors that you might not have imagined, either through our own platform or on your own. We can help you to change the way your career is growing. But like what Najma was talking about, all it requires is that one small change, one small shift. It can rapidly change your prospects, and you're responsible to do that for your sake, for your family's sake, because investing on yourself can get you 10x returns. I don't know anything else which can give you that kind of a return apart from investing on yourself. Because when you change, you can create so much of wealth for yourself, for your family, and for the society. You can create a lot of jobs. That's what we believe, that each one of us have the capability. And our intention here is to make sure that you find the right what, so that you can shine doing what you love to do. So saying that, I'm going to end this session, and thank you so much for Najma and Jyoti. Jyoti and Najma are going to host this channel, and they're going to like bring fantastic guests in these coming days, coming weeks, and let's wish them luck. So Najma, last points about what are you expecting from this channel, and Jyoti.
Yes, I have set the great expectation. This stage is for people who are going to share insights. Keep a watch on this channel, and there is a great learning coming your way. Lot of insights, lot of experts are going to come here and share their personal stories, which can inspire you. If they have achieved it, definitely they can bring a transition in others' life as well. So keep your watch this channel for future updates. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kashyap.
Yeah. What about you,
And
Jyoti?
one thing I would,
Yeah.
yes, one thing I would like to say that no matter how tenured you are in your organization designation, the spark, the excitement has to be there. And in order to bring it on, you have to get on a stage, and this is the perfect stage. So stay tuned for further episodes, and we would love to meet you.
Yes. So
Thank you so much,
definitely,
Kashyap.
yeah. Definitely do subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to seeing you at, either you want to meet us in person, we meet in Bangalore, or we're really growing really fast as a community, like with fantastic coaches, fantastic partners like Jyoti and Najma. We're here to scale, and we want you to be part of our journey. So saying that, I end this first episode, and I wish Jyoti and Najma all the best for this venture, the 10x career.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much,
Kashyap. Thank
Kashyap.
you so much.